Hey guys, welcome to Comic Crunch News. Sorry, I was counting down, which is why I'm off. But thank you again for joining us on another segment of the show, which now will be currently running at 3 p.m. on Thursdays. And of course, we have our usual host. Yes, Charles will be a regular on the show. How's it going, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't wait to talk about the news.
All right. Next up is Mr. Booderod.
Oh, how are you? How's your day going?
Good, good. I think we're all off because I'm watching everyone and our voices are not synced. So I apologize to everyone who's watching. It's Hangouts. It's just the way it is.
We could do our best.
Yeah. So let's kick things off with the first announcement or news break. Yesterday, Zack Snyder tweeted out this photo, and I'm going to share it with you, of the Batman tactical suit. So thoughts? Start off with you, Charles. Not Lou, Charles. What do you think?
Okay,
I know you just saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just looked at it a few shortly before we went live, and I have to say it looks cool. It looks really cool. It kind of reminds me of the Batsuit that we get in the video game Arkham Knight. It kind of reminds me of that. And if the combat's going to be anything like Arkham Knight's fighting, which it's going to be its own thing, but maybe at the very least similar, I am super stoked to see Batman kick all kinds of ass in that suit.
All right. All right.
Language.
All right. Yes. I forgot about that. But how about you, Lou? What do you think?
It's straight, I don't care for set photos. I just want to see the movie.
Oh, this isn't the set photo. This is actual shot from the frame.
Yeah. Movie. Let me see the movie.
The movie comes out. Look, you know what? The movie comes out in November. Okay, Lou. It's a while.
Yeah, I know. I gotta wait another year and a month for this damn movie. I want it now.
Oh, God have mercy. Anyway, I think it looks great. I definitely agree with Charles there that this kind of is that Arkham look to it, especially with the padding. This is tactical because, of course, he's going to be fighting parademons, so it makes sense, to have all that.
Are you sure, dude? It's not the Watchman suit, because it's being compared a lot to that.
Well, because the cow has the ears a little bit pointed back. If you look at the ears, they're actually closer to the Val Kilmer pattern of the ears.
Oh, God. Please
just
don't
a
ever
little
mention
bit.
that against that.
I think the only thing that would be similar to the Night Owl
is the goggles.
Yeah, the goggles. It would have to be the goggles.
And I think he wears the goggles. It's not built into the suit because he can take it off whenever he wants to. I think that's why it's like that. So I think we'll see it come off at some point. But yeah, definitely it's very Arkham, very tactical, very parademon fighting type suit. And I think it makes sense. So,
and the best thing is, when it's brought to life on the camera, it'll look awesome.
yes. And so Batman's going to have multiple suits, at least 2 in this movie. We can expect.
Good.
Which is
Christian Bale's Batman always had a new suit every other day.
Yeah. So I mean, it's always fresh and new. Moving on to our next news topic, Bryan Singer confirmed that Mr. Sinister will be in the Wolverine movie. Now we saw a tease to Sinister in the last X-Men movie, and it looks like he's going to be in the Wolverine movie. And what level is he going to play? Is he the main villain or not? I'll throw it out there. Charles, what do you think?
I'm only moderately familiar with Mr. Sinister. I mean, I had the action figure when I was a kid. I saw him occasionally in the old 1980s X-Men cartoon. Not 80s, 1990s 90s, 90s cartoon. And I to be honest, I like Mr. Sinister. I've always thought he was, sinister, but just I don't know. I mean, I'm going to approach his performance in the movie with a wait and see. I don't really know what else to say.
Okay, Luke, any thoughts to Sinister?
Why in a Wolverine movie? Why not an X-Men movie?
Because they blew their chance on using Sinister. That's probably what it is. And to your point,
I mean,
because Sinister,
like Whedon said,
Yeah.
I remember Sinister from the cartoon where he was obsessed with Scott and Jean.
Yeah, the Summers brothers especially, Scott and what's Havoc, his brother. What is his real name?
But see, they kind of set that up. Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen Apocalypse, Havoc disappears. We don't know if he's dead or he's somewhere else.
Yeah.
A great point to bring him in there, mess with Havoc for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, true, definitely. I mean, Sinister was all about genetic manipulation and messing with the genes of mutants. He loved that, and for some reason, he felt the Summers brothers had the best genetic code, and he always was trying to do something with them, whether they're trying to capture Cyclops or I think he actually took in Havoc for a little bit too in the comic book. So it would make sense, but then again, too, someone like Wolverine always is really cool to mess with in terms of the character and also in terms of his genetics. So I can see him playing. As long as, to me, I would say if he plays a role where it's smaller and then we have him in an X-Men movie, then I'll be more inclined to having him there. If he's kind of like the secondary villain and then nothing happens and you just kill him off or whatever the case may be, then it would just be a waste of a very good character.
So do you feel that they're bringing in Sinister to toy with Weapon 23? Or what was the girl? She's Weapon 23, correct?
Yeah.
X-23.
X-23. Yeah.
X-23. You think they do something with that and then bring her back into the X-Men lore since Wolverine is technically gone?
Yeah. I mean, it could be that. We'll see how it shows up. But, I mean, Wolverine movie is dropping next year, right?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see how it turns out.
Sometime summertime.
Yeah, we'll see how it turns out with that, in all respects. But, hey, it is what it is. Next news topic is Benicio del Toro, a.k.a. The Collector and also the assassin, the Sicario, is in talks to star in The Predator, the new Predator movie by Shane Black. Thoughts, guys? What do you think? I'll start off with you, Lou.
Bring it. I'll bring it. You know what? Anything he's in, I'll watch. He's a pretty good, entertaining actor. And with the exception of Predator 2, have been fine to me.
You like the Predator versus Alien movies?
I didn't mind them. They were okay, but, I'm not going to poo-poo them like everyone else did. The story wasn't great, but at least they gave me some Predators killing some aliens and vice versa. Okay.
How about you, Charles?
I would have to agree with Lou that for the most part, for the Predator movies, I enjoyed them, except for Predator 2 with Danny Glover. That I had a problem with. And then the second Alien versus Predator movie was also terrible. Probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen. However, in regards to Benicio del Toro playing, or potentially going to be playing in the Predator reboot, I like Benicio del Toro. I've never seen Sicario, even though I want to.
Oh, you should see it. You should see it.
Oh, man. Awesome movie.
But, and I do like him as the Collector. I think he's pretty cool. Not very action-oriented as that character, but still pretty good. I think it'll be interesting to see Benicio del Toro play the lead role in the Predator reboot. He can hold his own. He's a good actor. So I'm looking forward to it. That's pretty much all I got to say.
All I want is an Arnold cameo.
Yeah, I agree.
To get to the chopper.
Oh my God! All right, let's move on to our first look at Ghost Rider in the Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes, so this is what he will look like. Of course, this is a very different Ghost Rider. This is not. Why am I thinking of Johnny Cage? I don't know why. That's the name that popped into my head. I'm like, this is not Johnny Cage.
I did the same thing. Don't feel bad.
Oh my! I've forgotten Ghost Rider's name now. The original one.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze. Thank you. Oh my
Johnny
God.
Blaze and then Robbie Reyes.
Yeah, this is Robbie Reyes and not Johnny Blaze. So what do you guys think? Thoughts on Ghost Rider?
From an image alone, I would have to say it's okay.
I mean, it's TV.
I need to see it in action in order to have a viable opinion for it. From what I'm able to see of his skull mask thing, it looks cool, but the CGI is about exactly what I would expect from a television show. Not great, but also not terrible. The outfit itself looks a little ridiculous. It kind of looks like it doesn't fit in some parts properly, like the fit of the fit of the jacket doesn't really fit with the fit of the pants. It kind of looks a little off to me. Just I don't know. I mean,
honestly, that look feels like he should be on a bike.
Yeah. I mean, to a large degree. I mean, he needed a different type. This is a different type of leather jacket you use if you want to ride a muscle car. This is kind of like a biker's jacket, in a sense.
Yeah. I feel like he belongs in Biker Boys.
Yeah. How is that? All right. Anything else, Lou?
The only thing I have an issue with is his head. His head looks too cheesy. Hopefully, the CGI will fix that in the show, and as long as we get guy on the tires and in the engine part, not like we got with the horses in Marco Polo, I'll be all right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
A bigger budget.
All right, cool. Next up, Dan Payne is playing a younger version of Obsidian in Legends of Tomorrow. They're going to be two versions of the character, one younger, one older. I really don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was either. Oh.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he's the son of the Green Lantern, Alan Scott. He was first introduced in 1983. His powers involves the realm of darkness and Shadowlands. Think of an entity like the Speed Force that allows him to manipulate shadows while giving him super strength and vitality. What it means is this is a character that you can use very simple CGI because it's just darkness encroaching on screen, and it fits into your budget just very well.
Just film it in some dark scenes.
Exactly. I mean, you just see like a cloud of darkness coming over, and it's very simple CG, so you don't have to do much. But hey. I mean, we'll see how that turns out. And Kevin Smith's first episode of The Flash is be titled Killer Frost, which means that Killer Frost is coming back.
And that episode will be 307.
307. Are you guys excited to see her back? Do you want to or not?
No, I'm not excited.
Ooh, doesn't like Killer Frost. Ooh.
No, it's not. It's not Killer Frost. It's the season in its entirety. If you would actually if you watched some of the podcast, I did some other hangout discussions before where I talked about my issues with the whole Flashpoint season, where I was saying that I don't like time travel and I don't like messing with the timeline because it sort of it messes with my chi and all that. The whole season of season 3 of The Flash, where they do the whole Flashpoint thing, it's going to change all the characters. It's going to make Cisco an asshole. I'm not looking forward to it. It looks like I'm going to be pissed off during most of this season.
But it's a standard.
Realize that
standard Flashpoint. I mean, I know I said Flashpoint.
The standard Flashpoint of this crap is only going to be one episode. The first episode. That's it. They can't go longer than that because then it affects all the other shows, and they didn't want to do that.
Which to me is actually
the one episode rubbish.
Yeah, so Flashpoint is one episode, which to me actually is very stupid. I mean, to your point, you're probably happier that it's just one episode. To my point, I think it's a wasted opportunity because Flashpoint is something that really sets it in stone in Barry's head that he cannot do that again. The way it is in the comic books. I mean, it's literally Flash is powerful enough to destroy the whole DC universe by doing something. So when he does it in the comics, it kind of instills his head that whenever someone's like, you should do this, he's like, no, I am not doing that again. I am not trying that.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. All right, so what you're saying is that since the Flashpoint arc is only going to be in one episode, by the end of the episode, Barry is going to go back in time and stop himself from stopping
Yeah,
Reverse
from
Flash.
Yeah, exactly. Some Reverse Flash.
What? All right,
It has
look,
to
I
do
may have a problem with what they could have done with Flashpoint, but if they're going to leave it at only one episode, then I'm like, what? Why would they do that?
Yeah.
I mean, at least stick to your guns. I mean, just go into the long road.
It could be more. I mean, I from what we're hearing is one, but to me, Flashpoint, if they were going to do it right, Flashpoint should have been literally
at least a half season
arc, half a season where he really is, because when he does it, he should feel comfortable, he should feel happy, like everything's okay, and then he starts realizing that, oh shoot, Cisco's really an asshole, and I miss the other Cisco. I don't have the girlfriend anymore, and then there's this Supergirl's now here. The thing about it is that even when he fixes Flashpoint, certain things will remain, aka Supergirl's going to remain. That's how they bring Supergirl into this universe. Because
think of it like that.
Sorry.
Sweden. With Flashpoint, it affects Arrow big time. We might get Laurel back. No, I don't want Laurel back.
Oh, come on. You know what? I was one of the people that cried out going like, no, not Laurel.
Laurel sucked.
You know what? She may have sucked to you.
Character,
I love it. He's like,
she sucked.
She's like, she may have sucked to you, but for me, no.
It has too many ramifications for the greater universe, and they can't afford to do it. You want to see a good Flashpoint movie? Watch it on Netflix. Flashpoint. There you go.
The Justice League Flashpoint.
I've seen the movie. It's been a while, but I have seen it before.
That's the greatest interpretation of it besides the comic.
Yeah. So I mean, that's pretty much it. But we'll see how it turns out. We also have casting in what's it called again? The Punisher. Yeah, it's the Punisher. Sorry,
I don't know who the guy is.
Yeah, he was in Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian. He was.
Yeah, and Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian was it was an okay movie.
This is the actor here.
It was an okay movie. All three of those movies were just fine.
He's playing the villain. I mean,
there's supposed to be more than 3 movies, dude.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a lot.
I know that,
but it didn't happen.
There's a lot of books.
Yeah, so that's
what happens when Hollywood ruins things.
So that is that there, and then Game of Thrones cast have been seen in.
Dude, your boy's back, man. Your boy's coming back. He stopped rowing that boat. His
boy? That's not me. Remember, that's Sam. Not Sam. Sorry. Yeah, that's Sam's boy. So no,
that's Warren's boy.
Yeah.
Warren always asking where Gentry went.
Yeah, I guess Gentry is coming back in some form or fashion. So,
when was the last time that we saw him?
Well, he was rowing away. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about what season. When was the last? What was the last
season 3?
Okay, season 3. All right. What the hell, man? Where has he been doing? Has he just been rowing out and single like, oh, I'll come back eventually?
Muscle. He's been building muscle mass, just roaring. I mean, he can swing. He can swing a broadsword with like 2 fingers now. So yeah,
he better come back jacked up.
Yeah, he's back. We'll have to wait and see it, but hey, it should be cool. I can't wait for next season. Next week's season, even though it's going to be shorter, 7 episodes, well, which means that every episode is going to be packed. Whew.
No, not only that, every episode is going to be meaningful.
Yeah. So definitely see that. I'm definitely excited to see that. Anything else? It looks like I think that's pretty much it for news this week. Not much.
Charles, since you remember names well, remember Anya from The 100?
Oh, yeah, Anya. She was the grounder that teamed up with Clark when they broke out of the mountain.
She was casted in season 2 of Legends of Tomorrow.
Really?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I don't remember the actress's name because it's really hard to pronounce. But yeah, Anya.
She was also in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as Jai Ying.
Yeah, she was Daisy's mother in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay, There we go. All right, that makes sense now. Okay, a couple other news. Jared Locker is not going to be appearing in Suicide Squad. Sorry, in Justice League, according to.
Makes sense.
But I have a feeling that this is a ruse. I really have a feeling that they just stated out. So they never do this. They never go out and say. So I just, for some reason, I feel he's still going to be in there somehow. Just
Who's going to be in there?
The Joker in Justice League.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, he's not going to be in it, but I just have a feeling he will be. But we'll see.
I would say that
he is, he isn't.
I would say that if he were to show up at all, it would be a post-credit scene, most likely.
Yeah, maybe a post credit, or maybe he and who knows? Maybe we see he almost free Lex at busting someone out. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just
No, not the same prison.
I just don't see the point in bringing in the Joker in every single DC extended universe movie that has Batman in it. I mean, we understand.
We need Joker.
We know it's Joker. Everybody loves Joker. Jared Leto as the Joker has been underused lately, but we need to put him in a movie where he actually has a purpose. You see, he did have a purpose in Suicide Squad because he was there for the backstory for Harley Quinn, which made sense. But if you're just going to put Joker in a DC Extended Universe movie just for the sake of having Joker in said movie, it'd be a complete waste of time. You don't need to do that.
Yes, and I agree.
See,
I agree.
You know who makes more sense in this movie?
Who?
Because Deathstroke breaks out Lex, because Lex hired Deathstroke to go after Batman. So that movie, they saved the day. You see Deathstroke while they're getting ready to transfer Lex over to Arkham Asylum. And he goes, now your next mission is kill the Bat. Sets up the Batman solo movie.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, true. Makes sense. It could be.
And then to your point, Joker could be in the Batman solo movie saying, buddy, no one's going to kill the Bat but me.
I mean, yeah, you could always spin out stories different ways, so we'll see. Henry Cavill's manager confirmed production of Man of Steel 2, even though it was stated. This is also just another level of confirmation that, they actually... getting down to business. Somebody was going to say something?
No, I'm reading what Joshua wrote.
Yeah, I was reading it too.
Okay.
I mean, Man of Steel 2 is so far away, I could care less.
I don't think it's as far as people think.
I'm not going to get excited for a movie that's not supposed to come out for at least 2 years.
We all did that for Batman v Superman.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, but that was a different story. That was different.
Nobody cares about Man of Steel.
Going against each other.
What?
Nobody cares about Man of Steel.
What?
You know what? I mean, I liked Man of Steel, but apparently the majority of the audience does not care for Superman by himself in the DC Extended Universe. They're all obsessed with Batman and even Wonder Woman.
No.
Hold on, I got this one, B. I got this one, E.
No, I do.
They're
I do
just
agree.
stupid.
I do agree with Charles, though. I've never even said it. I think everybody is stuck up on Superman being a goody two shoes. They want him to be Captain America of this universe, not understanding that Superman is just the opposite of Batman, aka he's nice, but he still handles business. That's what he's supposed to be, not, hey guys, make sure you feed your cat milk every day or else it will die, and stupid things like that. No, he's supposed to be the one. What do you say?
Crap that Zack Snyder portrayed him in the theatrical version. Superman looked so dumb and glum. And miserable.
Oh, you mean in the theatrical cut? I mean, it was a miserable time.
Yeah, the extended cut
when everyone
made
is blaming
him out
you
better.
But when everyone is blaming you, you'd be miserable too. I mean,
blaming me for what? I just saved thousands of people. Okay, you're mad because one person died. Oh well, get over it.
See,
you can't be everywhere at once.
This is why Lou does not have any superpowers, probably never will. And if they came to me, they're like, we've got one person to give superpowers, it's going to be Lou. I'm like, fuck no. Don't do it.
Language.
I know. But I just had to emphasize what I would say. I'd be like, no, you want all of us to die?
Fracno.
Yes, yeah. So yes. Would you all want J.J. Abrams to direct Man of Steel 2? No. Not at all. J.J. Abrams tries to be like Spielberg too much in my mind. So I just
reboot the damn thing.
What do you say?
He would just reboot it.
Yeah, he would. I don't know who, but I want an action-oriented director because I really enjoyed the action sequence in Man of Steel. So I don't want something less because then it'd be a boring movie for me.
And I want an enemy that can go toe-to-toe with Superman. Even though he'll lose, but he goes toe-to-toe for the first hour and 45 minutes of that movie. And then Superman figures out a way to beat him.
It's called Brainiac. Zod. No, I mean, you have Brainiac.
Perfect.
I would have to agree with E on that. I think it should be Brainiac.
Yeah, because Brainiac can evolve his bodies. He can make different bodies. So, for toys, that's always great because we all know how they love that. But if also he's smart. He can collude Superman in different ways. If they continue the storyline that they subconsciously dropped in the marketing for Batman v Superman, where they had Lex OS and the operating system was doing all these really weird things, then that could be the birth of Brainiac from there. Either he was using Kryptonian technology to boost up Lex OS, and that's where Brainiac found his way out. So to me, that would be a nice way to start.
You know what I would like for them to do in Man of Steel 2? Bring Lobo in. Gun to bring Superman back to whoever wants him captured.
Yeah, but that would mean Superman
and then they figure out
went somewhere and did something, right?
No, don't even have to. Remember, Lex opened up a whole world. He summoned Steppenwolf and all that other crap.
Yeah.
So now, off distant planet, or even Brainiac hires Lobo to track down Superman and capture him. But then they figure out that Lobo was manipulated. Brainiac. And then you introduce a new character that people really do want to see.
I mean, you could. You know what? I would say you could write it that way, where you have Brainiac actually reaches out to Lobo because his body is not ready. One of those really easy tropes of saying, Brainiac is still building the perfect body, and while he's doing that, so Superman is sidetracked, has no idea Brainiac is who's the main person until he deals with Lobo, or at least he and Lobo come to understanding that I didn't do anything, or however you want to settle it, as long as you do it well.
It can be spin perfectly.
Yeah, and then you now have
it would be great
facing Bane. Yeah, Charles.
All right, and I just noticed what Joshua had said. He was asking how will Clark Kent get his secret identity back after they killed off Clark Kent at the end of Batman v Superman. I'm thinking that they're going to do something similar to what they did in the comics, where in the comics Lois Lane had outed Clark Kent as Superman, so Clark Kent had to find a new secret identity, and he ended up becoming a trucker, and he would drive a truck across country and all that stuff. And even though I thought that was a stupid secret identity, but it is what it is. And I think they might do something similar to that in the movies.
Yeah, he might have to get another job.
Was it that Christopher Reeves Superman at one point?
No, he just hitchhiked to go to the North Pole when he lost his powers.
Oh no, he beat up a trucker. That's what it was.
Yeah, he beat up a trucker. That's it. But I would I'm
thinking of Dexter as well. Dexter became a trucker. Yeah, a Portland, Oregon hillbilly.
Yeah, he needs to just get a different job. He cannot hang out in the same circles that he was hanging out before. That's just it. But I definitely right. Maybe people will be pissed too. But you know that people were like, Superman's supposed to be a reporter, and why is he like? Well, he's supposed to be Clark Kent, and Clark Kent can do whatever he wants. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens with it once they decide who the director is where things will move forward. Most likely is going to be next year. We hear the director of the movie. Most likely, I think they probably will have their director by the end of the year, but they won't announce it till Comic-Con, just because waiting to November makes no sense, but we know Superman's coming back, so you just say Man of Steel 2 director is this person. That's it. And filming starts at the end of the year. Done.
I'm calling it here. Sunday. Justice League trailer teaser.
No. Christmas. Justice League trailer. No one is putting out trailers again for Super Bowl. It's too expensive. Makes no sense.
Well, I guarantee you Michael Bay will.
Okay. All right, we'll see. All right, guys. It looks like that's pretty much it.
We're not done.
What?
Charles rented Transformers for this particular show. We're going to talk about it for 5 minutes. First time watching it.
We were going to do a separate Transformers video. Okay, highlights, because we're still going to do a separate one. Highlights.
Okay.
Highlights. So quickly, just load taste. Let people just have load taste. How you feel about the 30-year anniversary of Transformers, the movie?
It was okay.
Boy, you lucky I can't jump through this screen and smack you.
It sounds like, okay, you have some reservations, and Lou has maybe more reservations to state, but you can't state most of them. Remember, we're just doing a soft. So what were those reservations? Just some of the reservations.
It's just editing problems in the movie. Other than that, the movie's a masterpiece.
I will say
that movie
this.
Opened up the door for a lot of other things.
I will say this, the score of the movie, all the music was on point. It was so cool. I had a grin from like ear to ear, and it was hurting my cheekbones. It was awesome. I loved the score. And then when they started playing Weird Al Yankovic, I just jumped up and started cheering when that happened. But in regards to its story and everything else, it was about what I would expect for a kid's movie. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't horrible, but it was okay. I thought
this was not a kid's movie. This movie was PG. This is not a kid's movie.
Fine,
this
whatever.
Movie, in that time, broke a lot of hearts, dude.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
No, don't say it.
The death of Optimus Prime alone. I had a nephew who literally cried for weeks when Optimus Prime died.
I wasn't expecting his death. I was not expecting that, but I didn't get choked up. It's like, oh, Optimus Prime is dead?
I was pissed when I heard it. Like, some kids told me in school, I'm like, the movie's garbage. Before I ever watched it, I was like, there's no need to watch the movie.
And then,
this is just rubbish.
If you ever paid attention, this movie gave us famous lines as "one shall stand, one shall fall," which they used in Michael Bay's first movie when Optimus Prime first encountered Megatron. Whatever city they decided to call L.A.
I love that. Like, whatever city they decided to call L.A. Yeah.
They changed L.A.'s name. And then Dark of the Moon gave us Leonard Nimoy back as voicing Sentinel Prime. And he was the voice of Galvatron. Both movies.
So, yeah.
Not too many people knew that.
Couple of things.
Did a lot.
If only they could have gotten Orson Welles, because I'm going to go ahead and say it. In the movie, I could just tell that Orson Welles was not happy about doing voice work for this movie. You could hear it in his voice. You could. I mean,
he was sick. Literally, after he filmed this movie, he dies. The man was on his deathbed when he was doing this movie. And even still, his voice was menacing.
Yep, definitely true.
Yeah, but prior to watching the movie, I had found out that when Orson Welles did the voice for Omnicron, he hated it. He thought it was. He thought it was.
You just call him?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Omnicron.
Whatever,
dude. Unicron. Unicron is the most menacing name in the galaxy.
Okay, Unicron. Whatever.
Oh. But to remember though, to put it in this fashion, for instance. At that time, a lot of actors, especially those who were classically trained, didn't want to do anything like that. Take, for instance, Marlon Brando. Thought Superman was a joke. I mean, he just he winged it. And till this day, everybody's like, oh my God, his Jor-El was so great and da-da. He winged that stuff completely. I mean, a lot of the actors back then were just like, this is a paycheck. Even Star Wars, the only person who thought of Star Wars seriously was the original Obi-Wan Kenobi, Sir Ben, I forgot his last name. But he's the one who didn't take a paycheck and basically asked for royalties on the movie, and his estate is rich because he thought this was something that was going to be big. But everyone else is kind of like, I don't know about this.
Guinness. It was something Guinness. His name was something Guinness.
Something Guinness, yeah. Shoot.
I thought he hated Star Wars.
I don't know. He didn't hate it. He thought that it was something that was going to be big down the line. And he didn't think of it as being great, as being like a masterpiece or anything like that. But he saw the importance of it, which is why he was like, all right, you know what? How about Alec Guinness. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So he's, he was like, yeah, give me points on this stuff all the way through. So, but again, that's the thing.
Think about it.
Back then, a lot of actors just looked at it as like, oh, come on, it's cartoons, it's sci-fi. Yeah, I mean, nobody watches this.
And then most of those actors were theater actors, where they perform in front of hundreds of people every day, and that when you do theater, you're more prestige. Voiceover. That's like a downgrade.
Yeah, I mean, until now, it's only until the Disney and the Pixar movies started hitting is when voiceover work. And actually, it was only until Shrek to be exact, not even the Disney movies, where what's his name again, Mike Myers and Eddie Murphy were making $20 million for Shrek movies each.
Damn, are you serious?
And that's when people. Mm-hmm. I'm not Shrek 1. I think it was like 2 or 3. So one of those ones were making $20 million. So
just to sit there and be on the mic, what's up, donkey?
Hey, they did it well. That's just all it was. But anyway, look at
the cast. They get paid like $14 million for the season.
For what?
The Simpsons.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah,
that entire cast makes $14 million.
You remember when they went on strike to get that money? So.
They sit in a booth and record, and one of the actors records from his telephone in London.
Oh, that's just priceless. Anyway, guys, all right. I think we've come to the end of the show. We will be giving you a Transformers the movie review. I'll jump in, talk about that. So stay tuned. I'm the one who's holding it back because I haven't actually watched it yet. The remake, so 30th anniversary remake. So I apologize to Charles. I'm not apologizing to Lou because I don't care. But
that's rubbish.
You can take that rubbish to the bank. So anyway, guys,
I'm cashing that check.
Yeah, thanks a lot for joining and chiming in. I apologize, I haven't mentioned the winners for the giveaway. I will post them up. Man, I will let you guys know when we have the Transformers review, and also have an anime review for you guys. I finally watched one of the animes that I did the unboxing for, so stay tuned.
Which one?
Assassination Classroom. It's only 25 episodes, so I was able to breach.
Oh, that was a season.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely check out and follow us here on OnBoored. Check out Charles. His handle there is Charles G-O-T-R-S.
It's
Charles. Sorry. I said
Charles G-O-T-R. Yeah.
My bad. I even mispronounced the R at the end. Wow, that was terrible. It's right there in front of you guys. You can see it. So definitely follow. Also, Lou, it's Boored. You can follow him on Twitter, as well as ourselves here at OnBoored, and it's OnBoored. Thank you very much, and again, thank you, Joshua, for chiming in, and always enjoy your entertainment.